I thought Natural Born Killers was completely unwatchable. This is despite the fact it has 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb across 259,000 reviews and ratings. I absolutely hated it. Now, I say it's unwatchable. I did watch it, but had I not been watching it for Woody Harrelson and for the purpose of reviewing it, I wouldn't have continued with it. This was released in 1994. It's directed by Oliver Stone. It's written by David Velos, Richard Rutowski, and Oliver Stone. And we have a cast including, of course, Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, Robert Downey Jr. Good performances, no problems there. But the way it lets itself down is, first of all, the handling of the narrative, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And second of all, the visuals. I absolutely hated it. It's one of the most nauseating experiences ever. I'll read the description from IMDb. I won't talk about this in any great detail, largely because I don't recommend the film, but the description says, "Two victims of traumatized childhoods become lovers and psychopathic serial murderers, irresponsibly glorified by the mass media." So many things there made this sound like it was going to be amazing. I'm really fascinated, as many people are, by people who become killers or criminals as a result, or partly as a result, of childhood trauma. I think, well, I don't just think, it's a fact that things that happen to us in childhood can shape who we are as adults. As a concept, it could have been really interesting. Glorified by the mass media, absolutely something that could have been fascinating. But the narrative is so poorly handled, it's so boring, it's very, very dull. And I think they tried to make up for it with the style. It is 100% all style and no substance, but the style is disgusting. It is trippy. It is nauseating. We have some really ugly camera angles. We have all kinds of different colours happening. I don't mean colours as in on screen, but we have like a green wash over something at one point, and it was just absolutely ugly. I really hated looking at this. And the narrative was not very interesting. I don't think it was very well executed at all. There could have been some really strong commentary here about those themes, but unfortunately none of that happens, and it's all just overtaken by this ugly visual style. It is, as I said, for me it was unwatchable. It is jarring, it is hideous. I hated every second of looking at this, and unfortunately that meant that even if the narrative was interesting or well executed, I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it because it's absolutely hideous to look at. I don't recommend it because of that. If you like films that get creative with the visual style and you find that to be interesting, maybe you're a film editor and you want to see how they've kind of mashed these 10,000 different styles together, then yeah, you might enjoy it from an analytical perspective. But in terms of being an entertaining film, I think it's horrendous. But as I said, it has 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb. So take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt. If you're curious, check it out for yourself. Maybe you'll like it. But the only positive thing that I can think of is the performance. All of the performances. Everybody gave a good performance with what they had to work with. But everything else, I guess the music wasn't too bad either. But everything else, the camera work, the editing, the visuals, the narrative, it's a great idea. Horrendously executed. A lot of people seem to love it. But I don't recommend Natural Born Killers.